Let's look at the next property. In the previous video, you guys saw few properties of determinants, correct? Let's continue with them. Let's continue and finish the properties in this video. So now, in the last video, you had learnt about 4 properties of determinants, correct? Now, there are few more. Let's start from the 5th one. See, the 5th property, what it basically tells you, suppose say you have a determinant delta. You have A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Assume that you have a determinant like this. Now, suppose if you have some addition, that means in the sense, suppose say you have delta dash is equal to A1 plus lambda. Assume A1 plus lambda, something like x plus 2 or x plus y, something like this. A1 plus lambda, A2 plus lambda, A3 plus lambda. Say this is B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Assume that you have a determinant something like this. Now, what the rule or what the property says is that you can split the determinant. In the sense, delta dash becomes A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3 plus the second part is lambda, this is supposed to be lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Take it as lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So this is going to be the new value of lambda, as in delta. In the sense here you have delta plus another one. So whenever you have plus or a minus, okay, doesn't matter, it has to be plus. If you have one number as in one element plus another element, then you can split the determinant. And when you split the determinant, this is what you guys are going to get. Okay, so this is the 5th property what we are looking at. Okay, let's move on to the next 6th property. See, in the 6th property, now this is probably the most important property of all of them. Okay, of all the 6, this is the most important property. See, what the 6th property tells you, what does it tell you is, suppose say you have a value delta is equal to, say A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Suppose say you have a determinant. Now this law tells you that you can add 2 rows, you can subtract 2 rows, or add 2 columns, subtract 2 columns with any constant added or multiplied to it. In the sense, see, what basically it's telling us, we can do the row and column transformation. If you remember transformation from the last chapter, you can do row and column transformation. The determinant value remains the same. Okay, determinant remains the same. In the sense, we can do, suppose I can do R1 is equal to R1 plus K into R2. You can do this, and you can do R2 value also you can change, or R3 value you can change. R3 is equal to R3 minus lambda into R2. If you change this one, what the rule states is, the value of the determinant remains the same. So here you will have delta is equal to, see the first one R1 plus K into R2, right? So that's A1 plus K into B1. Next one A2 plus K into B2. A3 plus K into B3. This is the first row. Second row remains the same, that is B1, B2, B3. Third row again will change. Third row becomes C1 minus lambda into B1 Next, C2 minus lambda into B2, C3 minus lambda into B3. So what the rule states is that, so this value, if you take this as delta dash, then we have delta dash is equal to delta. The determinant value remains the same. This is the sixth and probably the most important property. Okay. Now just to recap all the 6 properties, whatever you have learned, if you transpose, then the value of the determinant remains the same. Property 1. Second property is, if you interchange the row or if you interchange the column, then the value of the determinant will become negative. So minus delta you will get. Correct? Third property is what? Very simple. If you have 2 rows or 2 columns to be the same, then determinant value is 0. Correct? Next, the next property was, if suppose you have a row or a column multiplied by a constant, then the whole determinant gets to multiplied by the constant. Correct? Then the fifth one, if you have a determinant with one of the rows or columns to be sum or difference of 2 elements, then you can split the determinant. That is the fifth one. Sixth one is here. Sixth one is basically what you have. You're going to have, you can do elementary transformation, row and column transformation. The determinant remains the same. So these are the 6 properties. Now in the next video, we'll do problems related to it. Okay. You don't really have to expand the determinant all the time. And in some of the cases, you can't really expand. Things will become very, very complicated. So in the next video, you guys will start to see problems related to these properties of determinants.